Hi, I'm Mark Govan with ABC Tropical Plant Nursery and host of Florida Gardening, aired Sundays on 970 WFLA. Today we're going to tell you how to grow plumerias in containers. Today what we're going to need, we're going to have two different types of containers. We're going to have a small, what we call stewy pot. We're going to need a 1 gallon container. We're also going to need a plumeria cutting. We have to plant these plumerias. We're going to need some scissors and a plant stake and pencil to mark what we've done. So let's get going and start planting our plants in a container. First thing we're going to need is a small stewy container, and this container here is what I prefer to plant my plumeria cuttings in. We're going to get some soil here. I use a peat and perlite mixture, which is made of 2/3 of peat and 1/3 perlite. And I'm going to add this to the stewy container, and I'm going to fill that stewy container nice and neatly right up to the top here. There we go. Once I have the material up to the top of the container, I'm going to take the cutting of the plumeria with its top end up, and I'm going to insert that about 3 to 4 inches down into the stewy pot. Once I've inserted it, I'm going to use my fingers to push down around the cutting and to steady the plumeria cutting within the pot itself so that it stays upright. Once it's nice and firm inside the container, as it is right now, I'm going to go ahead and we can water this a little bit just to water settle the dirt, make sure there's no air pockets around the cutting itself. And then I take this container and we're going to go ahead and move it right into one of our stewy holders where we put our plumerias into over here. Once the plumeria has rooted in the stewy container, this takes about 1 month during the summertime, maybe a couple, 2-3 months during the cooler months. But about a month in the summertime, you're already going to have some roots starting up in this container. Once those roots have started, and let me go ahead and I'm going to show you one that I've already started about a month and a half ago. And here's a cutting right here. And this one is already rooted in the container. Now, once they've rooted in here, we want to go ahead and plant them into a larger container, such as our 1 gallon container here, so that the plant can go ahead and continue developing its root system. So let's go ahead and add some dirt to the container. And after I have my dirt in the container, I go ahead and I just kind of smooth it out inside the container. And I'm going to cut this container right off of the plant. I'll open this very, very slowly. So we're going to go ahead and take this cutting and we're going to put it right down into the pot. Then I'm going to hold it nice and steady, and I'm going to add more dirt around the cutting itself. In fact, let me go ahead and settle it down here nice and easy. There we go. And we'll add some more dirt around the cutting. And I usually fill it right up to the top. And then I'm going to push the dirt all the way around the cutting. So I want to stabilize it right in the center of the container. And then I'm going to use my thumbs around the outside of the container to fill up any old air gaps that might be along the outside of the container. I push it down, make sure it's nice and level inside the pot. And then I reinsert my plant stake to let me know the variety and the time that I actually planted the plant on. And this 1 gallon plumeria will be ready to put in the ground probably within a month and a half's time. I'm Mark Govan with ABC Tropical Plant Nursery, hoping that you enjoy planting plumerias as much as I do.